So I have a few hours to spare, and I want to record a couple of reviews of movies that I saw over this week and last week, and I'm starting that off with Wrong Turn: The Foundation. So I got a chance to see this movie last week, and I can't talk about spoilers in this review because this movie doesn't hit VOD till the 26th, I believe it is. And it was showing at my theater for a few days in a row, and I wanted to go see it for a few reasons for why I was excited for this movie. The first reason is Damien Malfoy. If you don't know who Damien is, he played the man in the mask in The Strangers Prey at Night. He was also in Eli Roth's Haunt as well, and he's a very active horror community member, and he's just like one of us. Like he loves horror movies, he's a horror fan, and so whenever Damien's name is attached to a project, it immediately catches the horror community. And the second reason for why I'm excited is the title, Wrong Turn, which is a big horror franchise in the horror community. While the first Wrong Turn is pretty good, the sequels are hit or miss for me. I'd say that the first one is probably the best. Like, it has probably the best kills, it has the best makeup for sure, it has the best story, it has at least somewhat likable characters compared to a lot of the sequels. But yeah, Wrong Turn 3, Left for Dead, like I really enjoyed that one. I only saw that a couple of days ago, and I really like that. Wrong Turn 4, Bloody Beginnings is another one that I really liked. That's probably my favourite out of all the sequels. Out of all the sequels that I've seen. I haven't seen Wrong Turn 5 or 6 because I've heard they are really bad, so I might not bother with them. But I've seen 1 through to 4 of the Wrong Turn movies, and what we have came to expect from a movie called Wrong Turn is we expect a lot of carnage, we expect a lot of gore on the screen, we expect a lot of blood. And so that was something I was curious to see, like, how this new movie would interpret that. And so now jumping to Wrong Turn: The Foundation. So let's talk about that. So how is Wrong Turn? Well, actually, it has 2 titles to some degree. Like, it's on the post, I'm pretty sure it says Wrong Turn: The Foundation, but then in the after credits of the movie, it just says Wrong Turn. So I'm for the sake of this review, I'm just going to call it Wrong Turn, because that's literally what the end title card says it's called. So I'm just going to refer to it as Wrong Turn. So yeah, how is it? This is a really good movie. This movie has a lot of surprises. It has a lot of twists and turns that I did not expect. I can't really get into them. Like, there is a lot I do want to say about this movie, but it isn't out yet, so I'm trying to be very, very minimal with how much information I can actually give in this review. But I'm going to try my best and not give spoilers. Like, one might slip, but I'm trying my best to give as little of a description as possible, because I want you guys to have the experience I had going into this Wrong Turn movie. And one of the things I think that really surprised me about Wrong Turn is the gore in this movie. This is a very, very different Wrong Turn movie to what we are used to expecting. Like, tonally and story-wise, this is a very different Wrong Turn movie, and it goes and it's a lot deeper than a lot of the sequels. But speaking on the gore, because since that's one of the main things we go to expect from a wrong turn movie, the gore in this movie is it's not like the sequels. It's very it doesn't really show. It shows the aftermath of a lot of the kills. So I was really surprised at how a lot of the kills are left to imagination and are left to disturbing imagery in the film. But there is definitely a good level of gore, I'd say, in this movie. Still, there's a couple of scenes towards the end which I was just like, fuck. So yeah, so I really want to get into a lot of the kills in this movie, but I really can't. But yeah, that's really all I can say about it. Like, you will just have to watch it, you will see what I mean. And another thing that this movie got right, which all the sequels totally dismissed, is characters. This movie has pretty good characters, I'd say. Like, outside of our main character, all the supporting and side characters in this movie, they stand their ground pretty well. The main character is the one that we are following her perspective of what's happening. This is her story, like, front and center. But all of her friends, like, some of them are better than others, some are just left in the far background. But I was really surprised that this movie actually gave as much of a shit about its characters as it did, because all the sequels in Wrong Turn just think that we want to see blood and gore, and that's all. But that is not true. What horror movies don't understand is we also want a good story and good characters along with all the blood and gore, and that's what the first Wrong Turn movie that came out in 2003 did so well, is that the characters in that first movie at least they had personality to them. Like, they had, I guess, kind of a reason to exist. And as far as the hillbillies, I guess I can call them, that I can't really talk much about, but they do something really cool in this movie that I thought it stood its ground really well as a reboot to the Wrong Turn movies, and they actually didn't make like a shot for shot remake. They actually had the balls to do something different, to the past Wrong Turn movies. I can't really get into that because that's kind of going into spoiler territory there. But I was really happy with the villains in this movie and how they kind of run this place and how they capture their victims. Because there are some creative traps in this movie, which I really liked, and the way that the hillbillies, I guess, blended themselves into this forest, I thought was really cool. Another thing I've got to say about, another thing I like about that just came to mind. Another thing I really like about this movie is the cinematography. The cinematography cannot be ignored in this movie. The cinematography I thought was really good in this movie. It looks very professional. Each shot has a level of detail and it really sucks you in. Like, there's a part in this movie where this movie really goes for it. Like, as far as story goes, it really goes for it, and I guess and the lore behind this village and all that, which I really liked. And there's some really messed up stuff that they do which I cannot get into, but that I really liked. That part of the movie I really liked. What else can I say? I'm just trying to think. What else can I say about Wrong Turn? There's it has a great after credit scene. I can't get into the meaning or what that actually means or how it's actually inserted into the movie, but it has a great after credit scene which I feel a lot of fans will like, because I really enjoyed the ending to this movie, because it really what's the word? It's I guess he gets what's coming for him. I'll put it that way, without going into much detail in there. There's some good old fashioned revenge that she does. So, that I really liked. I feel like I've already maybe spoiled it, but anyways, I'm gonna continue on. But yeah, Wrong Turn. I really dug this movie. I definitely do want to see it again, because it's a movie that does go for it when it needs to go for it, but don't go into it expecting a lot of blood and gore. If you are going to this movie expecting that, you are not going to get that, because this movie stays more in the audience's imagination, and a lot of the kills are off screen in this movie anyways. Like, some of them are on screen. When they are on screen, they are very disturbing to see, but don't go into it expecting a gore fest, because you're going to be disappointed. Go into this movie expecting a new, welcoming, fresh installment in the Wrong Turn franchise, and I feel like you'll be happy. So anyways, they are my thoughts on Wrong Turn. If you have got a chance to see Wrong Turn, or are you going to see Wrong Turn when it comes out on VOD, let me know what you think of it down in the comment section down below. Did you like it? Did you think it was meh, or did you really not like it? Let me know all your thoughts and comments down in the comment section down below. So anyways guys, I'll see you in the next video. Alright, bye.